Hello everyone. Namaste and welcome to my fourth presentation on third part of the principles of peace, that is part of solution. I repeat again, these peace principles are revelation of the Almighty Creator through the founder of our peace movement, Father and Mother Moon. And we are learning it in three parts: ideal, reality and solution. In this presentation, we will discuss about the solutions. This work of solution in divine principle is called as the restoration. And the path carried out for restoration throughout the human history is called as the providence of restoration. The providence of restoration refers to God's work to restore human beings to our original unfallen states, so that we may fulfill the purpose of creation. What is the purpose of creation? From the lectures on ideals, we have come to know that our purpose was to become true parents. But due to the mistake of our first ancestor, we could not realize those ideals in reality and become true parents. I think no one wants to continue to live in this kind of reality. Neither, as the loving parents, God would like to let us live in such a fallen state for forever. God and humanity both are striving for the change and find the lasting solutions of all the unwanted reality. If the first human ancestor had reached the perfection, they would have lived relating only with God. But after the fall, they found themselves in the midway positions between God and Satan. Unless Satan finds some condition through which he can attack a fallen person, he cannot arbitrarily claim fallen human beings to his side. Fallen person will go to God's side if he makes good conditions, and Satan's sides if he makes evil conditions. Therefore, until people make a condition through which God can claim them as his own, there is no way God can restore them to the heavenly side. The making of such conditions of restitution is called indemnity. When someone has lost his original position of state, he must make some condition to be restored it. For example, to recover lost reputation, position or health, one must make necessary efforts to pay the due price. Suppose two people once loved each other come to be on bad terms. They must make some condition of reconciliation before the love they previously enjoyed can be revived. In like manner, it is necessary for human beings who have fallen away from God's grace into corruption to fulfill some condition before they be restored to their true standing. We call this process of restoring the original position and state through making good condition, restoration through indemnity. We call the restitution condition made to restore our original nature a condition of indemnity. There are three types of indemnity conditions. The first is to fulfill the condition of equal indemnity. In this case, restoration is achieved by making of a condition of indemnity at a price equal to the value of what was lost when one departed from the original position or state. The verse life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth refers to this type of indemnity condition. And acts of compensation or restitution are indemnity conditions of this type. The second is to make condition of lesser indemnity. In this case, restoration of original position or estate by making a condition of indemnity at a price less than the value what was lost. For instance, when someone owes a huge debt, if the creditor displays goodwill in forgiving a person of the debt, then the debtor can pay back less than the total amount still satisfy the entire debt. The third kind is to make a condition of greater indemnity. When a person has failed to meet the condition of lesser indemnity, he must make another indemnity condition to return to the original state, this time at a price greater than the first. Among three types of indemnity conditions, which one do you think God may be expecting from human being to offer to restore them from the fallen state and go back to the original state? Equal, lesser, or greater? Just for an example, one parent had made the plan of the great wedding ceremony of their son with the daughter of their close friend, but suddenly the son comes home with the another girl of his own choice. Will this kind of act of a son break the heart of parents or not? Will this kind of act damage the trust and the loving relationship of that parent and child or not? Definitely yes. I think it will surely break the heart of a parents and damage the loving parent-child relationship in between that parent and that son. Now, which indemnity condition that son can follow to restore the relationship with his parents, to make as if like the relationship which was before making the mistake? If we think of equal indemnity, what he can give to parents to recover the damage caused by his action? There is nothing that can be amounted as the equal price. And as the loving parents, they don't like to see their son suffer by going the way of actually greater indemnity. Honestly, father may be very angry more than actually mother in normal cases. And it may take some time to restore them, but mother will be more compassionate and her heart will be melted if son just come to near his mother and beg by kneeling down for the forgiveness of his mistake. Mother in the beginning maybe would not like to listen that son, but if the son keeps trying, begging the forgiveness from mother, and if that girl whom he brought on his own choice also acts with the good manners, maybe slowly that relationship will start to be better. One day, and when that son and that girl together give birth to a maybe grandchild of that parent, maybe because of that grandchild, parents will forgive that son and the daughter-in-law and enjoy the relationship like earlier. This process of restoring the parent-child relationship may be called as the lesser indemnity condition. But in case if that son does not humble down himself and seek forgiveness from his parents, claiming that what he did was right, because after all, it is not the parent who need to live with that girl for whole of his life. It is he. So goal of his own choice is made by him for his better life. So if he says, parents, you don't need to worry for this, then this may disappoint parent even more. And parent may say this to the son, please, my dear son, get out of my home. We don't want to see your face again. At that kind of situation, that son will be in need to make greater efforts to restore that broken relationship in the future ahead. This kind of indemnity condition will be known as the greater indemnity condition. In just a similar way, God as our loving parent is just expecting us to realize our mistake and repent from the bottom of our heart, seeking the loving forgiveness from God. Offering of this kind of condition will be known as the lesser indemnity condition, to restore ourselves back to the original relationship with our Creator God, our Heavenly Parent. Only if human beings become ignorant, arrogant, and happen to make further mistakes and deny the lesser indemnity condition, then the greater indemnity condition will be unavoidable. Without any option, every one of us are in need to follow the path of restoration through indemnity. So, the traditions and rituals prescribed by all the world religions are the course of our indemnity to restoring us back to the original state before the fall. But this is not completed yet. When will this course of indemnity be completed? And all humanity will be restored, and this fallen world will be restored. Look at this slide. If our first ancestor had obeyed God's will and realized the ideals of becoming true parents, there would have been no need of any religion, nor there would have been any indemnity course for humanity to go through. But we know already, because of the failure of human being, we are in need to go back to the reversal course of indemnity now through the help of different religions, until and unless we receive the true parents in our life and renew our life as a sinless person to further grow and become the true parents by ourselves. Then how can we fulfill our portion of responsibility in this providence of restoration? It does not matter what religion or nationality we belong. All humanity, without exception, need to meet and receive the true parents in their life, either here or even hereafter. So our first and the foremost responsibility is to build a foundation for true parents to come, so that all humanity can receive true parents and become the true parents following their great exemplary life. The whole human history, that's why, is the history of restoration, in which God is making His tireless efforts for helping His children to come back, to fulfill their responsibility. But enduring so much of pain, suffering, with just a little joy oftentimes, when His loving children happen to fulfill little responsibility to advance the providence of restoration, our Heavenly Parent is carrying out this providence of restoration with His tireless efforts. I cannot explain in details about the historical work of God in guiding humanity when advancing the providence of restoration until today. But I urge you and invite you to join the further seminars and workshops of our movement in different occasions and learn through these principles of peace to understand the providence of restoration, so that this will help you to complete the providence of restoration carried out by Heavenly Parent and become true parents in your life. If we examine and look at the human history very closely, we see that the history is moving forward, building one unified world by achieving the unification of multiple cultures as one world culture. You may know very well there were so many civilizations in the past, but now we have just a very few major religious civilizations that emerged through assimilating various civilizations in different time. A British historian says in the 21st century, human life is going to be unity again in all aspects and activities. So we are on the path to building one unified world of peace in our time, in this very 21st century. But sometimes we happen to hear that there will come an end of this world. Like in 2012 also, people were making a huge noise, and 2012 movie also came claiming that the world is going to be destroyed and the end of the world is coming very near. But neither world ended or destroyed in 2012, nor it will happen ever. Actually, the meaning of the end of the world and the destruction expected to come in this world, mentioned and written in various religious scriptures also, does not mean that the literal destruction or the calamities to come to destroy this world and universe. But it means that the end of the world of evil by commencing and inaugurating the new world of goodness. This will be the time of the great turning points of the human history, eagerly waited by generations from generations. That will be possible by the coming of true parents, whom some may say as Avatara or various names as per described by different religious traditions in different religious scriptures. But it is very clear that someone should come and must become the true parents and should help us to become true parents by solving all the problems of this world and restoring humanity in loving relationship with our Heavenly Parent. In which nation of the world this long-awaited true parents should come as the light of hope in this hopeless world to give hope to humanity. Let us look at this prophetic poem written by our own Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, in which Gurudev says that the lamp to illuminate the East should be the nation of Korea. Nation itself cannot be the light or the lamp. Someone as a person should come there to become the lamp and illuminate the East and the West as well. So the lamp that has to come in the nation of Korea is none other than our founder of peace movement, Father and Mother Moon, who hails from the nation of Korea. Burning in the nation which was under the cruel imperial occupation of Japan, they endured the indescribable pain and suffering, including the multiple times of imprisonment and incarceration on false accusations. our founder, Father and Mother Moon, have successfully become the true parents of humanity. It was so fearful and threatening to even declare themselves as a true parents until 1991. So on the foundation of their incredible sacrifices and dedication, they were able to proclaim publicly themselves as the true parents in 1991, where he says, I have worked to bring God's love and truth from the family to the world level. I and my wife now stand as the true parents of all humanity. I cannot be able to explain his inspiring and incredible life story in this short presentation. But I once again invite you to listen the other presentations and learn not only the life and work of our founder, Father and Mother Moon, but I really encourage you to learn their teachings of the peace principles, so that you can achieve peace in your own life, in your family, in the society, nation, and the whole world at large. Once again, thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I wish you all the very best for your peaceful future ahead. Thank you. God bless you all.